Yeah, she just fucking hit a car. And then the cops were like, well, we can't fucking arrest Caitlyn Jenner. If it was Bruce, it'd be a whole nother thing. Caitlyn's good.
Yep.
Maybe the license said Bruce.
It had Dyson beer.
Before the trial could come forward, she became Caitlyn, and they're like, we can't charge Caitlyn because Bruce did it.
Yeah.
I think everyone's curious to find out if Caitlyn Jenner has a full-fledged vagina. I just want to know if she got a new Social Security number. Like, how far does the identity change go?
Well, you can change your name without changing your identity.
That's true, but you've officially changed your gender. You've changed everything else other than your surface DNA. I mean,
I imagine you probably still keep your ISIS.
well, fuck. That's going to be really hard to improve my credit score. That's my plan.
It was a solid plan.
Spend $30,000 to get a gender reassignment just so I could get a credit score better than 630. Papa wants to buy a house.
I don't even know what our credit score is. Probably like 2.
One for both of you. Hello. Potato Minds, we have a logo in the top corner. Sam made that. He's pretty cool. I mean, Quantum made that.
He's alright.
Sam's cooler. Quantum's okay.
Fuck you, buddy.
ThirdxTrick here.
Sithy lady.
And I'm Sam.
Come on.
The mystery is gone. Nobody's gonna listen anymore.
Yeah.
Fuck!
That's what
They
they were
know
all
the
waiting
truth.
for.
Quantum had that nice baritone.
Yeah.
Sam was just kind of Sam.
Let me get into character. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
There's a lot of eyebrow
Say no
movement
more.
going
Say
on.
no more.
Quantum and Sithy lady are not an item.
Oh, that's bullshit.
That was like the most awkward intro of all time.
It was. It was fun though. I didn't want to do that typical YouTuber thing though. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys?
Every YouTuber ever here. So I think
Today we're playing Undertale.
God damn it. That is every YouTuber, every Let's Player, really.
I'm relevant. Relevant YouTube humor.
This shit's... It's nice. It's going good.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
Yeah, just leave a comment right below that like button.
And don't forget to subscribe for more podcasts just like this.
We're not saying you should subscribe, but
Subscribe.
I might slide you $100 bill if you hit that subscribe
You
button.
might. I don't really see why you would, though. I mean, the mystery's gone.
This is the first podcast we might actually release. Fuck the mystery up completely. No! Ruined it.
Fuck's sake. Well, the first one was good.
And it's probably
Good ones, yeah.
ruined our impossible mission as well, because, like, how are we supposed to go in undercover if they know who he is?
Yeah, but I feel like everyone knew who Ethan Hawke was. Or Ethan Hunt.
Ethan Hawke.
Man. R.I.P. Dave Merritt.
Is that Tom Cruise's character?
Ethan
Yeah.
Hunt, yeah. Like, everyone kind of knew who Ethan Hunt was. Because they would all be like, Ethan Hunt? He's on the mission?
I have not watched the movies.
We are
I
so
watched
fucked,
the
bro.
show. because the show is awesome.
Well, Philip Seymour Hoffman was like, Ethan Hunt, I better kill his wife. Spoiler alert.
Oh. That wasn't a movie. That wasn't.
That was a movie.
No.
Philip Seymour Hoffman
Nope.
ruined his career.
Info.
Had the longest running sequence I've ever seen in a movie, period.
I hated how they turned his I'm gonna descend from the ceiling in this one specific instance of this one specific mission into like his signature move or something. Like he was a pro wrestler.
Oh,
you know, and
that's
they were
his
like
elbow from the top rope.
Yeah. What? What the fuck was that? Why did that happen?
Remember, he also caught that sweat drop.
Yeah.
Even though that was a humidity-controlled room.
It wasn't a sweat made from humidity. It was from stress.
That's condensation. Family Guy references are everywhere.
All the time.
Actually, someone brought up the fact that the last Simpsons reference will be made when there's only one person left on Earth. I really thought about that for a while. Probably longer than I should have. That guy's got a point. Okay, so we should probably talk about these subjects we blatantly threw together quickly.
Yeah.
Hastily.
So when I suggested a bulleted list, I actually meant an outline for the whole shebang. Rather than, 5 bullets?
Two of them not actually being subjects.
The fourth one being Sam being a pussy.
We could discuss that.
We could.
Since you're Quantum, Sam's not here.
No, Sam is here. Quantum's gone.
A moment of silence for Quantum.
Bye, Quantum.
What a moment of silence.
Way to screw it up! You've screwed everything up!
Could you respect Quantum for a minute?
Alright, Jesus.
We loved him.
Oh, fuck.
That's the part where I put up, R.I.P. Quantum on the screen. Rest in pepperoni. So, which topic are we going to do first?
I don't know.
I don't think we actually decided. I think the first one we should do is the one that's obviously the most hot button, which is intellectual properties.
Let's talk about YouTube some more.
I mean, it's pretty meta. YouTubers talking about YouTube.
Let's do it.
Obviously, anyone who might be, the 3 people I suspect will listen, which will be
Hi,
our
Mom!
friends. Yeah. You've probably heard about the Fine Brothers React scandal. ReactGate 2016. Hashtag ReactGate 2016. That's what I'm going to call that. From now on, I'm going to say it every time.
Oh my god, please don't.
The React Brothers are trying to trademark reaction videos, which is a huge part of YouTube. I think more than 20 million views on Markiplier's Markiplier reacts to people reacting video, where he always does that thing where he cries and he's like, I love you guys. Share this video. He still does that.
Well, to be fair...
11 million subscribers later, he still says, share this video.
To be fair, I think he's genuine about the emotions that he displays in the video. I'm not so sure about most React videos. I feel like either they're coached going in, they've seen it before, they know what they're facing, or they have a general idea of what they're about to face. And so it comes up on the screen, and they make stupid faces at it, and then they go, "Oh!" And that's that's the React video. I don't know. I feel like people like Markiplier do it a little bit differently, where it's a genuine reaction.
Your Markiplier boner is pretty big.
It is. It's huge and throbbing.
And a nice...
City Lady is in no way associated with the other potato miners.
Potato manager. At some point, we'll have to explain why that's not racist. By the way,
why?
Or insensitive,
What?
culturally insensitive. Potato
How would
miners.
potato miners be racist?
I don't know. Tumblr exists.
Tumblr.
So, should we try and play like devil's advocate, or?
Okay.
It's hard to do because they kind of come off as assholes.
Well,
Yeah,
they're
what's
the
good about
ones who made it into their shtick, into their thing. It's their big selling point. They're making their YouTube profit off of it. And especially when other people are reacting to their React videos, somebody else is taking money from something that they've already produced. Like, they're doing less work. They're using something that they've done and just talking about what they've done and making money off of it.
I think fair use law kind of lets people do reaction videos. So, if it's fair use to make the reaction video, which is essentially reacting to something,
Right.
someone using that format should be fair use as well. Unless they're like blatantly ripping off the Fine Brothers, which is probably more common than you would think.
I mean, plus the Fine Brothers they're getting mad at people for doing the same thing that they're doing, which is taking somebody else's content and having people react to it. You see what I'm saying? Because, like, if they're having people react to Markiplier, then they're using Markiplier's content to begin with. So they couldn't reasonably be upset at Markiplier reacting to their video about himself. You know
Are
what I'm
they
saying?
getting upset about it? Like, do we
It's
know
not
that?
they're getting upset. They're like, people were getting trademark strikes or copyright strikes on their video because the Fine Brothers were they were trying to trademark and copyright React videos.
Right.
Specifically, they were trying to hit their style, like anyone who was blatantly ripping off their style, but they were also just like throwing out all kinds of crazy copyright strikes for just like literally having the word react or reaction video, you know, like those hot words or those keywords.
Right. So it's not that like they've spoken out publicly against people. It's just that they're trying to be private fascists.
Well, and it's weird because they're actually doing the opposite. They're speaking out, but then they're trying to make it seem like, well, I don't know if they're trying to make it seem, it's all PR, and PR is a bunch of bullshit. They were saying they want to create a channel where everyone can make React videos, but they get part of the profit.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like it would fly, because they're not the only people to... I mean, I imagine there have been people on YouTube since the dawn of YouTube that have been reacting to things. Like, it's not like they were the first people to go, people can react to things. We've been reacting to things since the dawn of time.
So, I'd imagine the first 3 videos on YouTube was that guy talking in front of the elephant cage, a cat video, and then someone reacting to both of those videos.
Yeah. Going, I watched this video of a cat.
So you don't think that they're entirely sincere?
Oh, God, no. So, they're saying we're going to make this huge conglomerate channel.
Mm.
Channel. where people can join and we'll help promote them. Does it sound like anyone else from YouTube right now? I'll keep describing, and then if you pick up on it, you can blurt it out immediately.
Leave him alone.
They're grabbing small channels with very few subscribers and telling them to push out content.
Yeah.
He wants you to say PewDiePie.
No, this is Machinima.
No.
But do you think that the Fine Brothers, I don't know anything about them, are they just a handful of people, or are they like a big team now?
It's just, the Fine Brothers are just two guys, but obviously they've got like a company now.
Right.
Because they're
big.
Yeah, because they're just successful. I like that one of the top ones is Fine Bros sub count.
Mm.
Like, these dudes they're ugly. The one brother has the worst... Look at his eyes! Look at it!
That's so mean.
Look at it!
That's so mean.
Oh, that's a terrible
Oh, God.
headline. I don't care about the headline. I'm just, look at his eyes. It's like he can see into the future. He's so cross-eyed. Look at that shit. It's so crazy.
You gotta let it go.
I can't, Elsa. I can't. Anywho. I'm gonna leave that up.
Please
Just
don't.
till we get to the next subject.
I don't want to look at it anymore.
Oh my god. Okay. So do you think that maybe their initial intentions were good?
Well, it's a company. So the first thing they have to do is make money.
Okay. So we're not thinking of them as YouTubers in the traditional sense anymore. We're thinking of them as a company
Yeah.
that's just sort of grown up through YouTube.
Yeah. They are a content creating company.
Okay.
So when they say we want to branch out and have other YouTubers create our content, it's like they're almost reaching for slave labor. You know, you do all this work, we'll give you a logo to throw on there, we'll promote through the Fine Brothers on some dumbass chain of videos where there's probably like 100,000 and you can just click on each one to find every other teens react video or elders react video. I mean, like, obviously you'll find some really good ones, but you probably have to surf through like a lot of crap.
So it wouldn't be like the way that John and Hank have expanded their company and expanded by, you know, going out and helping third parties with, like, do they do Crash Course? Or, yeah, they do Crash Course, and they do, you know, they do a whole bunch of other stuff, and clearly they're getting revenue from those shows as well, because the Vlog Brothers are the ones who started it and who helped those other channels get their footing. It wouldn't be like that. It would be different.
No. So, do you know about Machinima?
No.
A little, yeah.
Machinima was reaching out to really small YouTube channels saying, hey, sign this contract with us, create content on the regular, and we'll promote you. And I mean, like, really small YouTube channels, like 200 subscribers and less.
Mm-hmm.
And basically just putting these YouTubers in these horrible situations where they've got a slave to put out videos for very small audiences, like, just killing the creative vibe. And, like, there's all these people who talk about their experience with Machinima. Like, Leafy is here, probably has one of my favorites, and he talks about how they're douchebags, and they took advantage of him when he was, you know, wasn't experienced. That's how I'm seeing it. They're reaching out to all YouTubers, essentially, saying, hey, put out this content under our name, under our brand. We're going to take a cut of the money. I mean, like, even if they were saying, you know, let's go like 70-30, 30%, and they're getting hundreds of thousands of people submitting videos, it's a cash cow. Not to mention their copyright strikes.
Yeah.
And them earning money off of videos that they literally have no claim to.
And it's also seems to be squashing the creativity of people who don't want to work under them but are interested in doing something similar. Because, like, say you want to do React videos, but you don't want to do React videos exactly like they're doing. You want to do React videos to something else entirely. But, so you decide not to sign with them, but then because your title has React in the title, because let's be realistic, YouTube doesn't typically sit and actually watch the videos. They're just going to be like, oh, well, okay. You know.
They have programs. Yeah. They have programs that go through and, like, check audio and watch video and stuff like that.
I can't remember what it's called.
I don't know. I feel like I should probably find out at some point.
I knew what it was called because I was looking up copyright on YouTube for music when I was thinking about doing Let's Plays in the first place.
So my big thing is, they put this whole thing out where they were just killing YouTube communities. And the internet did what it always does, spoke out against, and destroyed them. There are whole websites devoted to counting the Fine Brothers unsubscribes. Like, watching their subscribe count drop. Like it's a fucking
New Year's countdown.
Yeah. Like it's a New Year's countdown. It's actually pretty awesome. There's like a couple hundred subreddits devoted to it.
Yeah, I suppose the real line is the fact that they would prevent anybody that doesn't want to come under their wing from creating their own content.
Yeah.
I think that would be the only line that I can see. I mean, the concept of being a bigger entity and having the popularity and the subscription count to support smaller channels isn't a bad one by itself, right? Like, if you're a small channel and there's no fucking way in hell you're ever gonna see 34 subscribers, then, you know, getting to be taken under the wing of a larger entity that can grant you those views and those subs might not necessarily be a bad thing. And I think maybe there's a lot of feeling toward selling out or crushing the YouTube individual creator.
Yeah, you would need to be able to maintain your creativity, your own style, which would be the problem of falling under somebody else's umbrella.
And that's the thing. Like when they're handing out these packets to join React World, they're saying, you know, follow this format. Make sure that you've got the logo in this position. Da 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 da.
Yeah, but that's not unreasonable if they're gonna sponsor you and basically grow your channel for you. It's not unreasonable to even take a cut. It's not unreasonable to ask that everything is formatted the same so that visitors to this conglomeration aren't confused, that they know that you're supporting this smaller channel because it's got your shit on it in the same place where it's expected to be, that kind of thing.
Then you have to ask, am I supporting the YouTuber or am I just supporting another Fine Bros subsidiary?
Right.
Right.
Well, I think you would be supporting both. And then I don't see anything necessarily wrong with that in theory. Obviously, you want to be on the side of independent content creators. There's a kid in his basement with a webcam, and he can just talk to it and upload his thoughts and his ideas and his creative expressions. And by getting bigger and by forcing people into a format, it does diminish that creativity somewhat. But by the same token, you're trading a little bit of creativity for a lot of exposure.
Well, we'll never get to find out what the actual exposure was going to be.
That's true.
So,
but we've seen it with other things, right?
Theoretically, you're trading a little bit of your creative individualism for the exposure. You just don't know how much of it's. You just don't know how much your creativity's worth, I guess, to the subscriber ratio.
Mm.
That I think is the question of selling out, like exposure to individualism.
Right. There and again, there are individual content creators who have become really very big on their own without companies or teams of people to back them up. They are, in some cases, literally just still a guy with a webcam, and nothing and nobody else is involved in their channel, and they have millions of subscribers, so they've grown their own brand.
Like Rubba's?
Sure.
Boogie2988. So, I don't want to kind of like go in circles as we talk about this, so wrap up what we think. Or we could just say, do we support the Fine Bros in this endeavor?
No.
Even though it's dead.
No, I wouldn't support them. I feel like they're going about it in the wrong way. I feel like if they could tweak it, maybe, to where they're not coming down on other people for trying to do something similar, and where they're actually literally supporting the people who they say they're trying to help, instead of taking advantage of them. If they could fine-tune it to where it was actually working the way they said they want it to work, then I could be behind it. But as it stood, no.
I only know what you've told me, and based on what you've told me, I couldn't support that. That it's fucked up that they would try to actively prevent anybody that doesn't want to join their brand. That's weird. It's oppressive. And people should feel free to create what they want.
I don't know why. But that one made me really happy.
Why?
I don't know. I think it's because I hate blogs.
Yeah. I actually shut mine mostly down.
Really?
Yeah, I don't really post personal thoughts on it anymore. It's not like a journal or like anything like that. Now I use it to just record like short stories, bits of fiction that I get stuck in my head and I need to get out.
Or naughty dreams that shouldn't be posted.
It was one fucking thing. One fucking dream. Although my dad was like, ew, ew, ew,
Yeah,
ew.
his dad was permanently scarred.
Sam, did you write down a wet dream?
Well, not all of it.
I mean, quantum? God damn it.
It wasn't bad. I mean, it's not safe for dad, but it's...
Yeah, that's the
NSFD! Not safe for dad.
I actually haven't written on it in a while, though. I keep meaning to get back to it because there was a short stories that I was posting on Facebook And like, it was really helping me, creatively, but then I kind of lost the motivation to keep doing it, like everything else. So it just got put on the back burner. I need to try to get back into it.
So, Sam, this is kind of your... I can't stop calling you Sam.
That's alright. We'll figure it out.
Quantum, this is your subject.
Mm.
Do you care to dive into it?
Okay, so continuing the YouTube train. I saw, and I've seen several of these recently, but I saw a video the other day. Somebody I'm subscribed to making comments about reading mean comments, right? And there's a fair few YouTubers that I've watched that have done this video, where they go through, or they do it like on the regular, where they go through, they pick out all the awful shit that people say, and then they put it up on the screen and they, try to make fun of it. And they always end the video, sometimes they even start off with the introduction, that this is meant to show all of us that you don't have to put up with haters, and these people are just sad, pathetic people sat at their keyboards spending 5 minutes writing to you to just try to get a rise out of you. They're just trolls, and ultimately we shouldn't take them seriously. So while the concept of that is admirable,
that seems counterintuitive.
Go on.
If you're saying don't give into their troll, don't pay them no mind, you're literally giving them the spotlight.
Yeah, that's exactly my point. They always present it like it's a fucking public service announcement, like we didn't all learn how to do this when we became adults, or even when we were teenagers. You come across bullies and trolls in real life, maybe not on that scale. I can understand it can be a little daunting when you get 5,000 different people telling you that you suck donkey balls.
Okay.
But the concept, the principle is the same, and we all learned how to do this unless you came from a really broken childhood when we were very small. You stand up for yourself, or you ignore the problem with grace and dignity. And the way that these guys are approaching it never strikes me as graceful or containing very much dignity. The way that they present it, like it's a service announcement, like we're all just, we don't know. We don't know how to what am I going to do? This person doesn't like me. The whole video is a fucking passive-aggressive slap in the face to the trolls who are not feeling slapped in the face. They're sitting there rubbing one out over it.
It's the yellow Post-it note on the fridge that says, please throw out the milk container when it's empty. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Go ahead.
We watched a YouTuber talk about how she ran into a girl who used to be her friend and they're not friends anymore, and how it doesn't bother her that they're not friends anymore and that this girl is mean now. But it was like a 10-minute video of her talking about how she wasn't bothered by this girl anymore. And I'm going, you just spent 10 minutes and then put this video on YouTube to tell us you're not bothered?
Yeah.
Like, you're bothered.
You're Catherine Tate level bothered.
Okay, so a YouTuber I like, he actually has a really successful series where he reads mean comments. Him and another YouTuber, they get together and they make the video. Well, he did one recently where he was by himself reading hateful comments, there's a website that shares his videos on their website, and he's like, I never asked them to do this. This is of their own volition. That, you know, like trying to make it clear that he doesn't want their positivity or negativity. Fine. But then he goes through and he reads all these negative comments people are making on the post. And like a lot of the negative comments are so poor in taste. They're not really even trolls. They're just like, this video sucks dick.
Yeah. They're wastes of time.
Yeah, it's essentially you're coming off as more petty reading petty comments.
Right. I mean, they're not wrong when they say that we should just ignore them, or we should have a laugh at them, you know, because sometimes they are funny, and if you can't ignore it, having a laugh at it is usually the best way to diminish its importance in your head.
Okay.
So they're not wrong, but it just, and it's possible that there are some of them who are just trying to, you know, let the world in on the big fucking secret. But I don't know.
At this point, it's hard to say anyone's trying to teach the lesson of ignore the haters.
Yeah.
Because we've all seen the picture of the fat kid with the sporks on his eyes saying blocking out the haters. We get it.
Yeah.
We get where you're coming from. Now you're just trying to make money off of reading a couple interesting hateful comments and a lot of shitty ones.
Right. That's something I noticed too while I was watching the most recent video like that. Was that he would cherry pick these comments, and some of them I'm not entirely sure were like just intended to be malicious and hateful. Like, it's hard to convey tone through a YouTube comment in writing, but some of the way that these people were acting just struck me as sort of like banter, you know. And I can't see anything wrong with some playful antagonism. It's not gonna hurt you, you know, like. And that got me thinking about the fact that there are these two sort of divisive groups. You have these hardcore trolls who basically just spend all their time, as much of their time as possible, trying to tear other people down. And then you have the counterculture that's sprung up among several YouTubers that have become big enough that they feel that their voice is now important enough to spread the message. And they've become this weird sort of hippie love commune. It's like a giant circle jerk, you know? Everybody is constantly patting each other on the back and going, you did a really great job and you're such a wonderful person. And, well, there's nothing wrong with, you know, trying to build somebody up. Not offering any constructive criticism is just as fucking bad as trying to rip somebody down, because they're never gonna grow from that experience, ever. They're just gonna stay the same. Maybe they might stumble across something else and then try to emulate it and accidentally get better, but without that kind of feedback, how is their channel going to grow in any significant way?
Are you giving trolls a purpose?
To a certain degree, yeah. Trolls can have a purpose. I think the problem is when people get malicious with it. You know, their intention is actually to rip people down. And, you know, like, I don't think that's good. But by the same token, like, if you can't take a little bit of playful banter, then probably you shouldn't be doing what you're doing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so a YouTuber I like literally made an entire video, about an 8-minute video, on one guy who commented on 10 or 15 of his videos in a row, saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, Leafy is here. A guy kept commenting on his videos, say Leaf alike. Just, that's what he would say.
Yeah.
Say Leaf alike. Because that's punny.
Yeah.
And the video he made was just saying, like, that's diligence. But he didn't do it. He ultimately didn't say it. And I'm not sure if that's because he wants the guy to keep saying it, or like, he said, yeah, keep fucking doing it. Keep telling me to leaf alike. So, now he's giving power to the people who say stupid shit in the comments. And I think sometimes that's how you get, like, really awesome trolling comments.
Yeah.
You have to admit, you've read a trolling comment that was so fucking perfect.
Right.
That's how we get those, what did you say to me, you little bitch?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That whole,
yeah.
Like, I keep saying like, motherfucker. The troll community has given us gems. Just fucking gems. Where they quote Twilight, or they use the what did you say to me, you little bitch thing.
Mm-hmm.
I truly appreciate where trolls come from.
Yeah. Some of them, yeah.
Yeah, some of them. And then just the ones who are like, first and you're a fag, well, no,
right.
That stuff's dumb.
I think ultimately it's important to be able to laugh at yourself. You take yourself too fucking seriously, then you're doing it wrong.
But the trolls need to have a little bit of self-awareness too. Because trolling can be funny and stuff like that, but then there are certain times when trolling just really, it's not okay to say certain things. You know, like if somebody's doing a video talking about, you know, losing their mom, or, you know, their dog dying or something, you know, something like that, then popping on and being like, you know, leaf alike, you know, it's not really appropriate. You take a break from that one and then you come back. Like, if you're gonna be a professional troll, then be a professional. You know what I mean? Like,
okay. Nuclear Family did a video of, I'm not a huge supporter of SourceFed, but they just recently made this new channel called Nuclear Family. And they did a video about trolls. Like, they did this troll convention where all these trolls got together and they were talking about being trolls. But they were doing it as if they're not coming from a harmful place. Everything they say is actually in positivity. Like when someone comments whore on a gamer girl's video, what they're actually saying is they're a whore to how much they work to make quality content and shit like that. Like, or when someone comments first just to be an asshole, what they're really saying is, we're the first ones to want to watch you. Like, really gave me a new appreciation for trolls.
Yeah. And, you know, like I said, sometimes it's difficult to read context. So, when you pull out what seems like a troll, it very well may not be. And like I've seen people just go to town ripping some of these comments apart and basically throwing a giant hissy fit about the grammar and the spelling and the comment. Like, that's the only thing that you can find wrong with a comment like, you're a dumb faggot, stop making videos and go die in a hole. Except, like, every word is misspelled.
It's actually apostrophe R-E.
Yeah. Like, that's your problem? Is that it's fucking misspelled? Come on.
I saw one YouTuber bring up, someone commented on a video, this is some 7th grade shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he was saying, what about my video of 7th grade? Well, why don't you start that discussion? Reply to his comment. Ask what he meant. Instead of making a video where you're officially giving him like 15 seconds of fame.
Yeah. Yeah, and that kind of blows my mind too. I mean, I realize that you can't interact with everybody, especially when you're a big YouTuber. It's impossible. It's literally impossible.
But if there's something specific sticking out at you, then sending out a...
Yeah. Hiding behind your camera is not going to solve anything. And if you want to hide behind your camera and you don't want to confront somebody, that's cool too. Just ignore it and move on to the next video. You don't have to make an entire video calling this one person out, because you're not really calling them out, are you? Like, so you've said it publicly, but you don't have to deal with the consequences of them coming back at you. Not really. If you're having a conversation, you're a little bit more invested.
Speaking of comments, leave a comment. Tell us what you think. Comments right below that like button. Right by that subscribe button, too.
And if you are trolling, I'll find you.
We'll kill you.
You ever watch Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back? It'll be like that.
We're going to kill all the trolls.
But I mean, I was thinking, you know, I don't really have a problem with just making a video where you read mean comments and you actually say, this shit bothered me.
Do you think that's why those videos about celebrities reading mean tweets, why they're so successful? Because it's not like they're saying, come on, guys.
Yeah.
No, it's funny in the context, because you'll have a celebrity be like, you're a bitch.
Yeah. There's been a couple, though, where like the celebrity will read it and they'll be like, now that's fair.
Yeah.
I think what you're getting at, that's why those videos are so successful, because it's not them reacting, it's them giving a small tidbit, or even sometimes not, just like letting them know, like, what you said hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like sometimes they look up and they're just like, they have this broken look on their face.
Because someone on Twitter called them, like, a bitch or
yeah,
bad or
there's
stupid
that one
or
that was like, have a good day. Everyone except you, Lisa Kudrow. Go to hell, Lisa Kudrow.
So YouTubers can grow from trolls.
They can. Any creative person can grow from trolls. I would support just simple constructive criticism more, obviously.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with a little bit of playful banter, right? If it's not meant to be malicious, if it doesn't come across as malicious. And I think you can tell the difference a lot of the time. Not all the time, clearly. There are going to be some cleverly phrased comments. I feel like the majority of the time you should be able to look at it and maybe not instinctively think, instead of instinctively thinking, this person's trying to attack my character and my work. Instead of thinking that, maybe think that they're just fucking around with you. You know, it's not that big of a deal. That said, I do think that, 10,000 hateful comments and a picture of your house is fucking terrifying. So,
oh my god.
I don't know. I kind of...
To sum up, big YouTubers need to stop being bitches.
Yeah.
Accept that people are going to say negative things, and if you're going to make a negative comment video, don't try and rip the person a new one.
And don't pretend like it doesn't bother you, because you've made a negative comment video, which means it got under your skin enough for you to make the video in the first place. If it didn't bother you, you wouldn't do so.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that maybe there are some people that are genuine in their desire to help maybe a younger audience understand that they don't have to put up with haters to the point where, they're driven to suicidal thoughts or something. But
suicide's scary.
I think that's the only time I can really understand those kinds of videos. Like, if you're going to make that kind of video, it should be targeted at a group of people who legitimately haven't been taught that kind of a thing.
Yeah, who thinks that it's okay to bring someone to that breaking point. Who thinks that it's funny.
If YouTube comments have brought you to the point where you're ready to kill yourself, you need to take a break from YouTube, though.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
true.
that is true, but some of the younger content creators, they're not mature enough, and they may not have the structure outside of YouTube either to help them in that kind of situation, which, I mean, it's terrible, but that's where the people that are making the comments and the trollers have to take a little bit of responsibility too, because words do hurt. You have to think about that kind of thing. It's kind of like that girl who kept sending the text to the guy who wanted to kill himself, and then he decided he wasn't going to do it, and she was like, "Get back in the truck, do it, kill yourself."
Oh,
and now
yeah.
she's on trial for that, you know?
Yeah.
But she doesn't feel like she should have to take any responsibility for that. Like, you knew he was in a vulnerable position, and you pushed him. That is some responsibility that needs to be taken.
So, here's how I feel about what was just brought up.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a YouTuber in a delicate place in your life where enough comments could make you suicidal, YouTube does not need to be your priority. Making content definitely shouldn't be anywhere on your list. Getting the help you need should be number one.
And I agree 100%. I'm just saying that not everyone, once they get to that kind of mental state, is going to be able to make that kind of decision.
You're right. But I think instead of trying to tell people... I mean, obviously we should always be trying to educate people and saying, don't be that negative.
Right.
We should also be saying, seek help.
Yeah, exactly.
Seek help.
Exactly. Don't, you should be telling the critics and the haters and the trolls, don't take it too far, but you should also be telling the people that are doing the YouTube videos or the blogs or whatever, if you feel like these people are pushing you to that point, if you feel like they're taking it too far and it's making you feel this way, then you need to take a step back and you need to find somebody to help you.
So, commenters don't take it too far, YouTubers don't take it too serious.
Yes.
That sounds right.
We good?
Yeah.
High fives?
Fine.
I thought you were going to give him a high five.
I don't want any stupid high fives from you stupid heads.
I love that happened.
He asked for the high five. I didn't ask for one.
Oh my god. Outstanding. Anywho.
Yes.
So
let's fucking stop talking about YouTube and move on to books.
Yes.
Segue.
Yeah.
Transition.
The main thing I wanted to discuss was books that have had impacts on our lives, whether it be a book that inspired us to read our favorite book, a book that inspired us not to read, a book we hate, books that just have changed how we view certain things in life, things like that. Like for me, I read the Lorax as a kid, and they said, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. And while as far as the book goes, it's meant environmentally, I always took it to heart towards people. You have to care about people. You have to care about what people are interested in order to make a difference to them to actually show that you care. There's a couple of kids that the boys and I follow on Facebook that suffer from a heart defect called heterotaxy, and I feel like that line in the Lorax is part of where my interest in these kids comes from. I wanted to learn about what was wrong with them, and I wanted to make sure to send them pictures and videos and letters and stuff when they're in the hospital, just to make them feel a little better, because I want them and their parents to know that even though they're going through a lot, that there are people that they've never even met that care about them, that want them to make it through everything all right. You know, that kind of thing. That's the effect that it's had on me. And
that stems from that one line in the Lorax.
The one line in the Lorax. I took it to heart with dealing with people and caring about people. And as I've gotten older and experienced more relationships with people, I've gotten harder and less open when it comes to a lot of adults and stuff like that. But when it comes to caring about kids, I still just have this squishy, soft spot that I think just stems from that. I mean, it's part of why I started out babysitting as a kid, and everything's just kind of built from there. It's why I wanted to be a teacher, and then I realized that I wouldn't actually be teaching the kids. I'd be giving them tests, which is why I decided that I didn't want to be a teacher, because I wasn't going to make a difference. What I want to do with my life is make a difference somehow. And at this point, if it's only making a difference with my own kids, then I'm making that difference. I'm doing something to help them.